Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cybergence with Anna London, the show where we explore technology, security, and how innovation impacts our daily lives. I'm your host, Anna London, and today we're diving into a topic that's become increasingly popular: smart pet devices, right? We all have them, okay? So from connected cameras and GPS trackers to automated feeders and health monitors, these gadgets promise to make caring for our pets more convenient than ever. But with great convenience comes great responsibility, especially when it comes to security and privacy. So whether you're a proud pet parent or just curious about smart pet tech, stay tuned as we explore the benefits, the potential risks, and how you can protect your furry friends and your family. So let's first start off with the rise of smart pet devices, right? So in recent years, the pet tech industry has exploded, right? You can now monitor your dog or cat with high-definition cameras, track their location with GPS collars, automate feeding schedules, right? And even monitor their health through wearable devices. So why are these devices so popular? Because they offer peace of mind, right? Giving pet owners the ability to check in on our pets from anywhere, ensure they're fed on time, and even catch health issues early. So here's some popular devices, right? So there's just a few, right? There's a long list though, however, but I'm going to cover the top four. Smart cameras for live video and, two-way audio. There's GPS pet trackers, of course, for real-time location tracking, automated feeders to dispense food on schedule, and of course, health monitors, right? Track activity, sleep, and vital signs. And while these devices enhance our ability to care for our pets, they also introduce some important concerns we should be made aware of. The first, let's talk about those concerns and risks. Privacy and data security. So most smart pet devices connect to Wi-Fi and, of course, store data in the cloud, right? If these servers in the cloud are poorly secured, hackers could potentially access live video feeds, location data, or even take control of devices. Let's talk about unauthorized access and hacking, right? Happens more than you realize, okay? Cyber criminals can exploit your weak passwords or unpatched vulnerabilities to gain control of your devices. And so imagine a hacker turning your pet camera into a spying tool or redirecting your GPS tracker. The next is personal and household data exposure. Many of these devices collect data not just about your pet, but about your home, including your location, routines, and even security vulnerabilities. So let's talk about the physical risks to pets. In rare cases, malfunctioning devices could harm pets, especially if they control feeding or environmental systems like heating or cooling. And now let's talk about disruption of service, because devices relying on internet connectivity can be disrupted, by outages, leaving you without access, when you need it most. So now let's talk through best practice for securing those smart pet devices. So how can then we enjoy the benefits while minimizing risks? So we're going to talk through some security parameters and tips. You want to first, of course, change those default passwords if they even have passwords to set up. Okay? Always replace factory set passwords with strong, unique ones. Use a password or even a PIN, manager if needed. Okay? Encrypted, by the way. Keep firmware and software updated constantly. Regular updates, patch vulnerabilities and improve security. Check for updates on your devices and app, okay? Use network segmentation, okay? Create a separate Wi-Fi network for your smart devices at home. And this isolates them from your main home network and sensitive devices like computers or banking apps. And if you need help, we can help you do that. Okay, enable two-factor authentication, of course, if you're able to, right? Some of these devices and applications don't have the capability in order to do that, okay? And so again, buy things that are not just convenient, but that have the ability to configure securely, okay? So obviously we want to enable two-factor authentication, turn it on for an extra layer of security where applicable. Review privacy settings, adjust those settings to limit data sharing, disable unnecessary features, and review who has access to your device feeds. And not just a one and done, but ongoing, okay? Continuous monitoring. Which leads us into monitor device activity. So you want to regularly check logs or activity reports and disconnect devices if you notice suspicious activity, okay? And choose reputable brands if possible. Opt for devices with good security track records and positive reviews. Research their security practices before purchasing, okay? And let's talk about protecting our family and our pets. So remember, our smart pet devices are part of our smart home ecosystem, and protecting them helps safeguard our entire households, right? So educate family members, of course, as well about best practices, especially children, so everyone understands the importance of security. And of course, keep your Wi-Fi password strong, folks. Change it periodically and enable network security features. So smart pet devices bring a lot of joy and convenience, and they're awesome, right? They are. But they also come with responsibilities. So by taking simple security precautions, you can ensure that your pets stay safe and your family's privacy remains protected. If you're considering adding smart devices to care for your furry friends, do your research, follow best security practices, and stay vigilant, okay? And don't become complacent, right? They're not benign devices sitting in your home, okay? They're an opportunity for external threats to gain access to your household. They are, okay? So I just wanted to say, thanks for tuning in, okay, today to Cyvergence with Anna London. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with fellow pet lovers and tech enthusiasts. And remember, a smart home is a secure home, okay? Until next time, stay safe, stay secure, and give your pets an extra treat today, okay? All right. With that said, enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Mother's Day.